Hey everybody, Joe here. It is actually 9:49ish, Sunday the 16th of March, so it's still time for USACC presentation. I started off with this particular version, and I'm going to show you here what we got, the final results. So here we go. Hold on. She is painted 1968 burgundy color. It's coming out a little more brighter red on the video. White and black interior. I only wish I had bench seats. I would have liked to have bench in it. Make it more of a base model. But, there's the dash. If it'll focus properly. Come on. Don't know why it's being stubborn about focusing, but it is. Yeah, there we go, a little closer. But anyhow, yeah, got the Dart decals on there from STS. Got the Dodge logo on the front of the hood there, like a more base model would have. Got the Dodge logo on the, if it'll focus properly. I don't know why it's being so stubborn about focusing tonight. But it is, of course. Let's try it that way. But there's the rear panel. I did mold that into the trunk lid, because on the real car, that's part of the trunk. That's not a separate piece. So I did mold that in. I did a little bare metal. The only bare metal I didn't do the trim around the fenders. Hubcaps and steelies are from the 68 Charger. Tires are from two different MPC, AMT, round 2 kits, whatever you want to call them. I think the fronts are from the Demon, and I'm not sure what the rears are from. They are slightly bigger. The underside, let's get under here. Yellow shocks. The factory exhaust actually worked. Drive shaft had to be cut a little. That's the VCG 340 engine with some performance dress-up stuff. Now, this would have to be a restored car or one that was kept really nice, because these Mopar performance parts, as you see, weren't available in the real world until 1997, I believe, by what I read. Excuse me, prior to that, it would have been the direct connection parts. So this would probably have been restored sometime 97 or later. So, but that's it. I did manage to get it done today. I think it came out a nice dance. I did jack it up a little in the rear. I put some blocks under the springs that you probably can't really see there. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I didn't go ballistic on it with details. I did polish it out, stuff like that. But I'm happy with it. The only other thing I ran into, and I swear to God, I'm going to stop using 3D printed engines or even engine swapping. Excuse me, even engine swapping kit to kit. Not just 3D print engines, but this engine fits differently than the engines that come with it. The Hemi or the 440 or the 383. Hold on. Got another cough coming. Anyhow, as I was saying, the engine sits lower than the factory one did. It sits further forward. So therefore, I couldn't use the radiator shroud. I couldn't even put a fan on from this engine because it would hit the radiator. So I got to pretend for now it's got an electric fan. I did have to modify. There is no tie rods. Excuse me. Because of the way the engine and the headers fit, I have to eliminate the tie rods. So I may go back and make something that goes up and over and around the headers. I think if I used the stock exhaust manifolds, they would have fit. I had to grind some chassis out to make it fit. But being it sits like this 98% of the time, I'm not concerned. It's as good as it's going to get. So Kim, thank you so much for hosting this. I didn't have the issues you did and some other people did with the chassis fitting. Excuse me, please. Oh, God. I did learn some quirks of the kit when assembling it. So, if I build another one, I know what to look for. You do have to go with the instructions a lot. Because I forgot to put the front shocks on. They got to go on first. Then the front suspension got to go around them after the chassis is in the body. And I didn't do that. So the front shocks aren't really there. I cut them in like half and just glued them to the bottom of the towers so they're sticking down through the A-arms. But they're not mounted to nothing because... Excuse me. Oh, God, this cough will not leave. I feel 100% fine otherwise. 100% fine. Except for the cough. It just does not want to leave. And with the weather here in Ohio, it was almost 70, or it was 70-something, 60-something, 50, 40, 50, 60, 70, 60, 30. It's going to be like 30 overnight, and back to the 40s, and back to the 50, 70. Oh, my God. I slept really good the last 2 nights because it was warm enough that I could leave the windows open and get some fresh air in here. I slept like a baby for the first time in like weeks. And now tonight the windows got to be closed again because it's going to be cold. But anyhow, yeah, there are some quirky little things. Some of it's because I changed an engine. I use a different engine than the kit's engine. But there's still some little quirks you got to follow. If you don't do it quite right, you will have issues. The windows, especially these side windows, were a pain in the butt in these vent windows. Revell does that on a lot of these beveled windows. I think what you have to do, and I always forget to do, is enlarge the openings. Like enlarge that, enlarge this, enlarge all the openings bigger than they need to be. So when you paint them, now you have room. What happens with these is, you get the paint thickness in there, and it's really hard to get those windows in there. Excuse me. But, but that's it. Okay, well, I've taken up 7 minutes of your time, or more. Joe is going to go take some more cough medicine and go to bed. So, thanks for watching. Thank you, Mark Batson and Lucas C. for hosting again. I want to see your cars. What you've done. I still got to catch up and watch a lot of your videos. I've watched a lot of them, but on my TV I can't I can like, but I can't comment. So I got to go in with my phone and watch some of them over again. Excuse me again. God, mother. Oh, this cold. This cough, rather. Oh, just go away already. I really don't want to go to a doctor. I really don't. But I may have to give it and go. But I can't go this week anyhow because I don't even have the money for the co-payment. I got to wait till end of the week, payday. Then I got to, make an appointment, which will probably be another week or two. And, if I'm going to go. And I know it'll happen. I'll make an appointment. I'll get up that morning to go see the doctor, and the cough will be 100% gone. Because that's how it works. But, yeah, like I said, the interior, I didn't do much. Just white and black. That's it. All right, people. Well, Joe got to go hit the sack. Again, thanks for hosting, Kim. And I hope someday I get to pick the kit. Oh, God, I always go over in my mind. What would I pick? What would I pick? Which kit would I pick? I can tell you this much. If Joe got chosen, Joe would choose something GM. Not necessarily a bow tie. It could be a Buick Olds Pontiac. But I would definitely go GM. Because we've done 2 Mopars, we've done 2 Fords. Well, I didn't do the first Ford. I wasn't in the first build, but I was in all the others. So I've done 2 Mopars and a Ford. So I'd like to see a GM product in there next. But, I constantly fight over myself. Like, hey, if you got picked What would you choose for the next build? Who knows? What would you pick? How about you guys? If any of you are chosen next time, what's your pick? I know for me, I've said this before, if I got chosen, I'd probably wait, until close to September, and I'd hit the local Hobby Lobby, because that's a place a lot of people get kits. I'd make sure it's a kit that's currently available. I'd go in there and see what's up, because who knows what might be released by then. And but it's also supposed to be a kit that means something to you. Maybe a kit that started your building or something like that. So I have it narrowed down to a handful if I ever got picked for it. But like I said, it may or may not be a bow tie if I ever did. But yeah, there's a few kits that I mulled over in my mind. Okay, well, I'm going to take some stills and hit the sack of them, post these stills. So, hey, everybody have a great night. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and watching your videos too. So, I like what I've seen so far. So, bye-bye.